Forget green tea for a moment and imagine a calmer, smarter nightly routine that quietly helps your body trim the most dangerous kind of fat while you sleep. I'm talking about visceral fat, the deep, hidden stuff that wraps your liver, pancreas, and intestines like cling film and quietly raises your risk of diabetes, heart disease, memory decline, and stroke. The good news is that your body already shifts into repair and detox mode at night, and certain simple teas, most of them humble pantry staples, can nudge those natural rhythms in your favor so you wake up feeling lighter, less puffy, more mobile, and more in control. If you're over 60, this matters even more because hormones, sleep quality, and insulin sensitivity aren't what they used to be. And the wrong late-night snack or stress spike can tilt the scale toward belly fat. The right bedtime cup can reverse that tilt without gimmicks, powders, or expensive formulas. So settle in, think about where you're watching from and how your health has been lately, and picture yourself ending each evening with a warm mug that helps digestion, steadies blood sugar, calms inflammation, and coaxes your metabolism to keep humming while your head hits the pillow. We'll move through 7 unsung heroes you can rotate through the week, along with exactly how to prepare them, when to sip them, and what to expect in the morning. By the time you finish, you'll know precisely which cup to brew tonight. Start with the golden classic that's far more than a spice: turmeric paired with a pinch of black pepper. Curcumin, the bright yellow compound inside turmeric, is a master at dialing down the low-grade inflammation that tells your body to stash fat around the belly. The catch is that curcumin on its own isn't absorbed well, so we give it a teammate: black pepper. Piperine, the active compound in pepper, dramatically boosts curcumin's bioavailability, turning a simple infusion into something your liver and metabolism can actually use. Boil a cup of water, whisk in a teaspoon of turmeric powder with just a pinch of pepper, and let it gently simmer for 3 minutes before straining. Sip it warm about an hour before bed. What you'll notice over time isn't fireworks but steady, reassuring signals. Less morning bloat, smoother bathroom habits, fewer late-night sugar urges, and a sense that your belt notch is trending the right direction. Think of it as a quiet repair crew working while you sleep, sanding away at inflammation so your body can release rather than hoard. If you like, add a thin slice of fresh ginger or a splash of milk for creaminess, but keep it light. This is a night tea, not dessert. Next, bring some color to your cup with hibiscus, the ruby red blossom that tastes like a tart cranberry kiss and offers anthocyanins, pigments with a knack for supporting fat metabolism. Your system naturally downshifts at night to prioritize repair, and hibiscus keeps a gentle current flowing through your fat-burning pathways without revving you up. It also acts as a mild diuretic, helping your body let go of excess fluid so you wake up less puffy around the midsection, ankles, and fingers. To brew, cover 2 tablespoons of dried petals with freshly boiled water and steep about 10 minutes. Strain thoroughly and sip it 2 hours before bed. That timing lets its fluid-balancing magic do its work before your deepest sleep, so you aren't up for the bathroom at 2 a.m. With regular use, many older adults notice their waistband feels looser even when the number on the scale barely budges, because less water retention and less abdominal bloating reveal the progress you're actually making. If the tartness is strong at first, try a squeeze of orange or a few drops of raw honey. You'll likely find that your taste adjusts in a week or 2. From bright blossoms to a soft, calming garden note, sage steps in when stress is the villain. Evening cortisol is a sneaky driver of belly fat. The body interprets chronic tension as a reason to stock emergency fuel right where you don't want it. Sage leaves are rich in rosmarinic acid and flavonoids that gently encourage cortisol to settle down so your nervous system can exhale and your metabolism can glide into fat-burning mode. Bring water just to the edge of boiling, then take it off the heat and add a teaspoon of dried sage. Steep 8 minutes, strain, and drink it about 40 minutes before bed. The taste is earthy and grounded, the feeling is a shoulder-drop sigh, and the result is often deeper sleep and fewer 3 a.m. worries. If your blood pressure runs on the low side, enjoy sage modestly. Otherwise, it's a safe, inexpensive way to remind your hormones that the day's battles are over. Pairing a calmer brain with a quieter belly is one of the most underrated combinations for better mornings. Now for a duo you probably already own: fresh ginger with lemon. Ginger is a thermogenic star. Its showgulls gently nudge your internal temperature upward, so you burn a few more calories while you dream, but not so much that you feel wired. Lemon brings vitamin C and pectin to help stabilize blood sugar and support your liver's fat-processing night shift. Slice a thumb-length coin of ginger, about an inch or 2 centimeters. Simmer 5 minutes. Take the pan off the heat and add the juice of half a lemon. Sip it warm an hour before lights out. Sensitive to ginger's spice? Start smaller. The payoff is smoother digestion, fewer late-night burps or reflux, warmer hands and feet, and a morning that feels less heavy and more ready. On days you've had a richer dinner, this is an especially good choice. It's like giving your stomach a friendly teammate to help with cleanup so you're not wrestling with indigestion at midnight. For a plant that sounds like a landscaping note, but acts like a quiet detox ally, bring in horsetail. Tall and reed-like, it's been used for centuries to support cleansing and mineral balance. What makes it interesting for older adults is its silica and potassium content. Silica for connective tissues, bones, and muscles. Potassium to encourage your body to release the extra fluid that makes midsections look and feel thicker than they are. Add a teaspoon of dried horsetail to freshly boiled water, steep a patient 12 minutes, and strain carefully to remove fine bits. Sip it about 2 hours before bed to let its mild diuretic action do its work before you turn in. Many people report a lighter, less swollen feeling and a more defined waistline after a week or two, even if they haven't changed anything else. If you have kidney issues, ask your clinician first. Otherwise, consider rotating horsetail 2 or 3 evenings a week when you want that gentle, depuffing nudge without harshness. Then there's cinnamon, the cozy aroma that whispers pastry shop but works like a blood sugar coach. The compound cinnamaldehyde helps your cells listen to insulin, moving sugar into energy instead of into storage. That's a big deal at night because those hidden glucose bumps can trigger cravings, restless sleep, and a metabolic storage signal that parks fat right at the waistline. Use a true cinnamon stick for best results. Simmer it 5 minutes, let it cool slightly, and drink it warm about 40 minutes before bed. The effect is subtle but meaningful. Steadier overnight glucose, fewer bathroom trips due to blood sugar swings, a calmer nervous system, and a metabolism that spends the night tidying up instead of stockpiling. If you live with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, clear cinnamon tea with your healthcare provider, especially if you take glucose-lowering medications, then enjoy the way a simple spice elevates your nighttime routine from habit to strategy. Finally, don't overlook the humble dandelion. What most lawns consider a nuisance, your liver regards as a helpful coworker. Those delicate bitters stimulate bile flow, which your liver uses to emulsify and process fats, exactly the job your body leans into while you sleep. Steep a tablespoon of dried leaves, or 2 tablespoons fresh, rinsed, for 15 minutes in hot water, strain well, and drink it about an hour before bed. Expect a slightly bitter taste at first. That's the sign it's doing the right thing. If needed, soften the edge with a few drops of raw honey. Over time, people report clearer, more regular digestion, less morning fullness around the midsection, and a kind of clean energy that shows up as you move through the day. Dandelion's potassium also helps ease water retention and support healthy blood pressure. 2 wins for older adults who want their progress to show. If you're asking how to use all this without turning bedtime into a chemistry class, here's a simple rhythm that respects your sleep and makes results more likely. Think in rotations: turmeric pepper on Monday, hibiscus Tuesday, sage Wednesday, ginger lemon Thursday, horsetail Friday, cinnamon Saturday, dandelion Sunday, then repeat. Keep evening cups modest, about 240 ml or 8 ounces, and time them smartly. 1 to 2 hours before bed for teas with a gentle diuretic effect, like hibiscus and horsetail. about 40 and 60 minutes for soothing or metabolic teas like sage, cinnamon, turmeric, ginger lemon, and dandelion. If you find you're waking at night to urinate, shift your cup earlier by 30 to 45 minutes, reduce the volume a bit, or choose a less diuretic option that evening. Hydrate well during the day, then taper after dinner. And don't add sugar. If you need a little sweetness, steer toward a few drops of honey and let your palate adapt across the first week. Layering these teas onto the foundations you already know will amplify everything. Eat a protein-forward breakfast to quiet mid-morning sugar dips. Add a brisk 20-minute walk after your largest meal to help shuttle glucose into muscles. Get daylight in your eyes within an hour of waking to set your circadian clock. And finish dinner 2 to 3 hours before bedtime so your stomach isn't still doing heavy lifting when you lie down. Small, doable changes beat grand plans every time, especially after 60 when consistency is king. If you're on blood thinners, have kidney or gallbladder disease, live with GERD, or take medications for blood sugar or blood pressure, run your tea list past your clinician so you can personalize safely. Most of these cups are friendly, but your health history makes you unique, and a 2-minute conversation can save a world of guesswork. A few pro tips make the whole experience more enjoyable. Use filtered water. It really does improve flavor and reduces off notes. Warm your mug with hot water first so delicate aromatics don't vanish on contact. Store herbs away from light and heat in airtight jars. Label them with the date and refresh your stash every 3 to 4 months for best potency. If you love routine, set a tea time chime on your phone. If you love variety, batch brew 2 nights worth of a caffeine-free tea, keep it covered in the fridge, and rewarm gently on the stove. When seasons change, let your teas change too. Ginger lemon and cinnamon feel wonderful in cooler months. Hibiscus sings in warmer weather. Sage and turmeric are year-round companions for stress and inflammation. Notice what your body tells you each morning. Was your sleep deeper? Was your ring looser? Did your waistband feel friendlier? That's real-time feedback. If you've been conditioned to believe that a single miracle drink will melt fat, let's retire that myth with compassion. What actually works, especially after 60, is many small decisions that nudge your biology in the same direction. These nightly cups simply stack the deck. Less inflammation, steadier sugar, gentler cortisol, better bile flow, calmer digestion, smarter water balance. None of that is flashy, but together, it's how your body gets permission to let go of visceral fat instead of guarding it like a savings account for emergencies that never come. Your job is to show up for yourself with one warm, intentional choice before bedtime. And because I know you're wondering which one to try first, pick the tea that matches tonight's story. Stressed and wired? Sage. Heavy dinner or reflux prone? Ginger with lemon. Puffy ankles or rings too tight? Hibiscus or horsetail? Timed early. Stubborn morning bloat and a stuck feeling? Dandelion. Achy joints or a day that felt inflamed from head to toe? Turmeric with a pinch of pepper. Cravings at night and a history of blood sugar swings? Cinnamon stick. Rotate, pay attention, and let your results guide you. This is educational guidance, not a diagnosis or prescription, and it's always wise to check with your healthcare professional before making changes, especially if you take medications or manage chronic conditions. But if you're ready for a kinder, steadier path to a trimmer waist and better mornings, your next step is beautifully simple. Fill the kettle, choose your leaf or root, and give your body what it's been asking for. A quiet ally that works the night shift so you can wake up more you.